Hi, this is Byron Ellis, and I'm going to show you some of the new R GUI today. So, if you've been reading the StantCop blog, you've noticed some of the screenshots, but some of this new stuff is a little bit more dynamic than screenshots really show you. So I'm going to walk you through our new GUI for a second here. So let's start by bringing up a console. We're already running R. Here's our new console, and there's our R executive server. If we were to open up Activity Monitor or something similar, you'd see that here's R and here's the executive server right there. So this is running as a separate process, not as part of the R GUI. And you can see, they don't really take all that much real memory, so we're pretty good so far. Alright, and the console itself is pretty basic. On the left-hand side here, we have a workspace. It's currently open, because I like it that way, but you can close it if you want, or you can leave it open. We'll get to what this does in a moment. Down here is the number of objects currently in the global namespace. And then these guys don't do anything yet, but they'll let you do various things with either the workspace or with the hint, like open up the full man page and things like that. So, just to prove that we are in fact running an actual version of R, there we go. We're currently running in our debug directory, running through Xcode actually. And we can do ls, see, no objects, just like we have. But if we were to create an object, say like x equals 1, it would appear over here. So we have a list over here. It doesn't do much more right now, but keeps track of things. And we'll get to some interesting stuff we can do with that later. But for right now, the thing I really want to show you is our new graphics device, because I think it's cool. So let's run the graphics demo. And there's our Quartz console. You'll notice that it hasn't made itself key. These guys are still dimmed out. So we don't have to do anything just yet. And here we go. There's our simple plot, sample color wheel. We'll just keep forwarding through here. You can see the temporary objects that get created appearing over in the workspace here. And you'll note the nice little fade. We actually get that for free from Core Animation. It's pretty cool. Alright, so I think that's it. That is it. Alright. We can resize. Oh, and I've given myself away here. Resizing, you get a nice little effect there with the resize. But we also have, these guys need some little arrows, but that'll come along. A feature that the Windows device usually has, which is the ability to take snapshots of each graphics device. This, of course, you can turn off from here. And bring them up later. So if we want to say this one, there we go. Or this one. There we go. And then, as usual, we can resize once we've done that. So that's kind of fun. We can bring up another window. And we could demo plot math, for example. There's plot math. You can see the operators all render nicely with the new graphics device. Oh, we got a little sizing issue here. We can just resize. There we go. And then we'll bring this to the front. Just to fast forward to the end here. There we go. So there's our plot math device. And again, we have the different plot math thingies. There we go. The other neat thing we can do so far is we can open up a second console. Just like you would do on Linux with another X term, we can do from within the R GUI just by starting up a new console. There it is. And it is a different console. See, nothing up my sleeves. Nothing in my hat. And that's where the workspace starts to come into play. So imagine that we wanted to run some of these guys, say X and XX here. So let's look at X. X is a bunch of numbers. XX also a bunch of numbers. We can select both of these, drag them over to the new workspace. 2. You see where this is going, right? And there's X, and there's XX. And of course we could plot X. Not very interesting. Is XX also not very interesting. But you get the idea, right? So now we can transfer objects back and forth between the two consoles, which is something I don't think you can do on any other version of R. So if we were to say make a Y object, we can go back the other direction. There it is. There's Y. And Y is 1 through 10. We already have a YY object. which is looks like a bunch of numbers. But let's make YY. Oh, a little error there. And by default, it overwrites. So YY is now help me. You can turn that off in the preferences. You can turn it on. And you'll probably be able to select from the drop-down menu what you want to have happen in a given instance. Alternatively, we may do it so you can drag over something and rename it and stuff like that. But that's pretty much where we are right now. Next up is getting these little buttons working, getting the hinting working again, and getting the editor working with multiple consoles so that you can direct your output to different consoles, and we can start using this as an actual version of R and start adding up the various little bits of Chrome that we need, like the help pages and things like that. So thanks for watching, and if you have any suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments on the blog, and I'm more than happy to take things under advisement. All right, thank you very much.